Last but definitely not least, we have the last startup coming on stage. We have almost. From Mamun, we have Saleh. Welcome.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Assalamu alaikum. كيف الحال? Saleh Al-Tamami, co-founder and CEO at Mamun. And Mamun is an embedded finance as a service platform. The reality is today we live, work, buy, sell online. Whether it's e-commerce and marketplaces or ERP systems, HRM systems. And this field, especially in the Middle East, is growing and growing fast. But the problem with this is this ecosystem are completely locked out of the traditional financial industry. And what we're aiming to do here is to unlock it and essentially put the bank and financial institutions inside of these digital platforms. So that overnight, through plug and play, through Mamun's platform, these digital platforms could offer different types of financial products for their users without the heavy burden of CapEx or a slower go-to-market strategy, and at the same time increase revenue, right? So this introduces new revenue streams for the digital platforms when they embed these financial products into their services. So how do we do this? So first we work and we partner with existing financial institutions that have the licensing, the capital, and also the customers. Then Mamun's platform comes in as a layer that includes over 16 enablers, and this is a suite of different microservices such as APIs management, scheduling, payments, that combined together with our own proprietary credit scoring engine for alternative data can create different types of financial products and services. And then we embed these financial products and services inside of these digital platforms. Now, our business model works on getting a commission from the financial institutions whenever we sell a product, depending on what the product is. And we also charge a subscription fee for the digital platform, but we also bring them into the fold. We share some of our revenues that we get from financial institutions because ultimately it is their users and their ecosystem that we're empowering. So we feel this is a very win-win model to work with them. So why now? Open banking is becoming more prolific, and there is such a huge size of unmet financing by SMEs and by users of these digital platforms on a yearly basis. Combined, they show how in 10 years from now, the space of embedded financing will completely outgrow and outpace traditional banking sector. So far, we are underway and undergoing over 4 POCs of different marketplaces just in Oman and in Saudi. And for different other digital platforms. As an example, we recently won a tender in Oman, and we went against different banks and payment service providers to do embedded payments as a function. And this is for a very large, nationally important project in the health sector space. We also partnered with 2 ERP developers who have a wide range of existing users who are constantly demanding to add these fintech functionalities and features inside of their platforms. Last but not least, we've also partnered with 3 banks so far in Oman and 1 bank in Saudi. And we're working very hard, especially this year, to embed our presence in Saudi, hiring a local country manager and going after this sector specifically. We're a tribe of 12 currently, and it's very important for us to say the word tribe. We believe culture eats strategy for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We've recently raised our first seed round about mid of last year. And we have a fantastic team, including our advisor, to help us in our story. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Excellent presentation. My main question is, how do you manage the regulatory issues and onboard? I mean, it seems like you deal with many merchants, many financial institutions, and what category of license are you using?
So currently, we fall under a banking as a service technology provider. So we would work with financial institutions that already have the licensing to offer their vanilla products downstream. We are simply the tech enabler and connector for these licensed financial institutions. However, we are exploring perhaps including SEMA if there are relatively close entities such as ourselves that where an existing regulatory framework could be applied to us. Otherwise, likewise, we're also waiting for the next fintech regulatory sandbox window to open with SEMA and apply accordingly.
Thank you for the presentation. Could you put more highlight on the revenue model of your business?
Sure. So for the financial institutions that we work and partner with, it is a commission based on every product that we sell. However, we are also exploring an embedded finance as a service model wherein we license our technology for the banks or financial institutions for them to use to manage embedding themselves inside of digital platforms. And for the digital platforms, we charge a monthly or annual subscription fee for turning these financial products into features that they could add themselves into their platform. And in addition, we share anywhere between 10 to 25% of the revenue we get from the financial institutions with the digital platform. So on one hand, they're paying us for a subscription, and on the other hand, there's a potential for them to actually recover that cost or perhaps even exceed it by getting a share of those revenues.
يعطيك العافية صالح.
الله يعافيك.
Extremely exciting. I think every company will become a fintech company and we'll stop calling it fintech.
Correct.
I guess my question is, where does mamun start and stop as a digital platform? When I work with mamun, what are you giving me and how much further do I have to go? Do I have to go and partner with the financial institutions, for example, or is just partnering with mamun is enough?
Great question. So what we've come to realize and learn from the whole open banking revolution is it's no longer enough to give digital platforms APIs, so salaam alaikum, see you later. We feel it's very important to give them end-to-end digital experiences that they could easily embed, and also not have them to worry about the licensing, regulation, compliance. Everything has to be done, cooked, easy, plug and play. And that's what we're working towards. So one of the things we've also come to realize is some marketplaces, some e-commerce stores are specifically raising funds for them to deploy and lend to their own ecosystem. So there's also perhaps a component of financial engineering involved there. One thing we rely on is our ability to credit score the existing data that these digital platforms have. So for example, the sales history of a restaurant in a food delivery app is very telling of the credit score and the risk profile of that restaurant. So using that in combination with their own off-balance sheet funding or on-balance, we could create some very interesting, unique products there.
One last question.
Sure.
How do you matchmake between a financial institution and a digital platform? Is it based on a price comparison, or do you have one exclusive partner for each service?
Great question. Another thing we've come to realize during sort of going out there and speaking to these different digital platforms is they would like to contain as much as possible having their users to have a direct relationship with the banks or with financial institutions. Initially, we thought we could be a marketplace and at the same time go and embed our products and our services inside of these digital platforms. So a B2C and a B2B model. But I've come to realize that is too expensive as a go-to-market strategy, and at the same time, it may mislead the user experience. So right now, to start with at least, we're looking at different financial institutions who either have as their existing customers digital businesses or businesses that use ERP softwares, that could benefit from this and just exclusively work with that bank. Or in some cases, it could be a marketplace model. But we're primarily looking to partner with one bank exclusively for a market, work very well together, integrate as much as possible so that we could automate things as much as possible, and then just go after the market together. And we become essentially your acquiring partner for these digital businesses. One thing worth noting is our platform is also built, and we've seen this recently, sort of again serving the market, is the ability to cater the same mamun platform for existing blockchain and crypto-related businesses. Businesses that are connected to the blockchain and crypto, but need that extra layer of mamun enablement to help them schedule or create unique use cases. And this is something we are currently ourselves R&Ding in the space.
Just a quick question. You don't take any credit risk, right?
Correct.
It's all done by the financial institution.
Correct. In very specific situations, we're exploring actually taking some of the credit risk ourselves. If it is a closed loop credit system, for example, prepaid electricity, or if it is insurance, when we see an opportunity to participate, we also are
and the digital platform as well could take some of that risk as well, right?
We could. The more closed loop the system is, the better. One benefit of marketplaces is that they're also acquirers of payments on behalf of their merchants. But merchants, there's more risk enabled in that, as opposed to a prepaid electricity wherein you only have one electricity provider, or if it is prepaid for your phone, there's one phone provider, and this is a closed loop system. The more it's closed loop, the more we're willing to participate in it.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Sadek. Great work. Let's give him a big round of applause. Wonderful. Sadly, that was the last startup pitch of the Riyadh Bank Demo Day today. We promised you some amazing and inspiring startups. I think they really delivered. Does the panel agree? You've got your checkbook ready? Okay. Thank you so much to our esteemed panel for all your fantastic questions and your insights. We truly, truly appreciate it. So let's give our judges and our panel a big round of applause. Thank you so much. Wonderful. Before we end today, the closing remarks from Imad from Riyadh Bank, Head of Digital Innovation and Partnerships. Let's help me in bringing him back on stage for the closing remark. Imad, the floor is yours. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Henrik. Well, at the end, we would like to thank the 8 fintechs that participated with us in the demo day. One by one, سيارات, ادفع pay, flex pay, تمول, mamun, cashew, Rasmal, and Rahim. We really appreciate your participation here today, and we want to send a clear message to everyone that we are actively working to invest in those companies, exploring investment opportunities. We encourage all VCs in the room to contact us or contact the fintechs themselves, so to explore like co-investment opportunities. Thanks to the judges, Ahmed, Abdullah, and Yusuf Al-Yusufi. Thank you all for coming today, being part of this ecosystem event. It shows how the VCs world, how the entrepreneurs, how the private sector are all collaborating to achieve the vision of this country. At the end, I will ask a very small ask from the judges to come back to the stage. We will take a group picture. I will ask our team as well to come for a group picture, the 8 fintechs. I know it's noisy, but we need to take a group picture, guys. Badr, please. Mudhi. Can we invite all fintechs, please, for a group picture? Judges, please come. Group photo.
us.